Today's video is a little video about sanding out the hub on this Bristol Fighter prop. This hub is 6 inches in hub thickness, which is quite a bit bigger than most of the props that I build. My machine actually only takes a 5-inch hub thickness, so after I had already cut it in the lathe, I went back and I glued on a 1-inch backing plate that I had to blend into the rest of the prop. And that was quite a big deal to take on. I didn't realize how much work that was going to be actually when I started it. So where a normal prop would probably take me about 10 minutes or so to sand out like this, this one took me about 20 or 25 minutes just today after I had already roughed everything out. So a lot of this was, I guess, airworthy. Like this part doesn't affect the performance of the propeller. This part is all about the looks of it. So I spend most of this time just looking at it and feeling the hub to make sure that it's right. And then of course I have to make sure that where the bolt pattern is stays even. I don't want to dig into that, or otherwise when they put their crush plate on, it's not going to look very well. I need about 1/4 of an inch of wood that can be seen after you put the crush plate on. And that all has to be symmetrical and perfectly round in order for it to look nice when you put that crush plate on that hub. So that part's a little challenging to blend in your sides and make that cut without getting into your bolt pattern and without oblonging at all, and keeping it all just nice and pretty. But a lot of this, the hub tends to look pretty bulky there, and so it takes a lot of sanding to get that to smooth out. And you can't hardly do it just by your eye. You really do have to feel it, and you have to make sure both sides are the same. If I don't take the same amount of material off of both sides, then I'm going to end up having problems when I go to balance it vertically. So we have to always pay attention to that as well. And it actually came out pretty well on the vertical balance, so that was a huge relief because this is a really hard prop to do. It weighs about 35 pounds, which isn't a lot, but with the awkward angles, it gets to be a lot. And to get every angle of that curve takes a lot of different positions. And on a smaller prop, it's just kind of just a flick of the wrist and you can just swirl it and it's fine. But this one takes quite a bit more effort to get that smooth roll through on your sander to get it to look right. Otherwise, if you have any pause or any little stop, then the sander eats into that little spot. So you really have to keep a smooth roll going when you come through on that to get a good finish. But it came out really well, and I was really happy with it, and we'll see how it balances out for final.